while seeing your whole life in front of you. I want to thank you, Sherry. I mean, you're an exceptional person. You're an exceptional person, and you've had a tremendous impact on my career and my life, and I love you dearly. I love you. Thank you. In the 1980s, Sherry became the first woman to ever head a major studio's 20th Century Fox. And I was 18 when I was cast in Tab's Fox film. That's when I first met her. It was a seminal moment. And my whole life, I wanted to make movies. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted adventure. As a kid, I'd create characters. I wrote stories to entertain my family and friends. And I always had jobs since I was a little kid, about 7, 8 years old. And I would use that money to go to the movies. I'd watch movies on TV. I'd watch old movies on TV. But I would always go to the movies whenever I could. And when I didn't have the money, I figured out a way to sneak in or get someone else to take me, So anyway, there I was 18 years old in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. And I wasn't watching a movie. I was on a set making one. And I have to say, it was quite surreal. Taps was produced by Stanley Jaffe, who had just won the Oscar for Kramer versus Kramer. It was directed by Harold Becker of The Onion Field. It starred Timothy Hutton, who had just won the Oscar for Ordinary People, and another brilliant young actor making his film debut, Sean Penn. So these were, undeniable talents. And Stanley and Harold did an amazing thing, and I didn't know enough about film at that time to know how unusual it was. I mean, they set up weeks of rehearsal before filming. There was a writer there, and I had military training and rifle corps training, and they pointed us in the direction of research. And this opened the door for me to investigate every aspect of film production. So I was able to watch these brilliant actors work and develop their characters. And I was given the freedom to develop mine and the freedom to explore every aspect of production. And I had Stanley Jaffe and Harold Becker and an A-plus crew imparting decades of wisdom. There's such as legendary cinematographer Owen Roisman discussing lenses with me, film speed, light, why he was using this, why he was using that, and there was wardrobe, hair, makeup, special effects, set dressing, there was a stunt department. Now, I had no idea that stunts was even a department, so. And I was able to watch my first rushes. I was able to go to every department and learn what each department did, what each job entailed. And I was able to explore everything from the beginning to the end of a film production. And I have to say, I was absolutely amazed by the craftsmanship and also the tremendous efforts that it took to make a film. And I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by what I didn't know. I mean, here's this moment, something that I had dreamed of, my life's passion. It was cinematic storytelling. And the door was opening, and I didn't want it to close. It was just something that I was absolutely certain that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I thought, I will never, ever take this for granted. I thought, how do I become confident at this? How am I going to figure out all of these tools of this art form, tell the stories that I want to tell, affect an audience? So when Taps completed, Sean invited me out to LA, and they were gracious enough to, his family, I stayed at his family's house for a bit. And I went out and I was interviewing agents, and that's where I met Paula Wagner. And she represented me for many years and later became my producing partner, and I want to thank Paula Wagner. I love you. I love you, Paula, for your friendship and for your partnership. I was later represented. You handed me off to your husband, Rick DeCita, kept it in the family. I want to thank you. And I also want to thank Kevin Vane, who's here. I've known you for over 30 years. We've been together. Maha Tequila, Joe Lubin. Thank you.